Hello, I'm going to quickly talk about what I've done this week for my showreel. So we've been tasked to complete our showreel for our Welshback unit and our production unit for college. And I've kind of done my research on what I need to do, and that's all on my docs, like what I need to do, what makes a good showreel, what needs to be researched, what kind of things go into it, and stuff along those lines. This week I focused on doing one of my monologues from Blood Brothers, which is Mickey's monologue. This is a monologue that I've done before for my GCSE performance, and I worked really well for that. It worked really well for that. So I decided to use that in my show reel as well. Simply because it's been really successful for me before, and I think that it really highlights my strengths. It shows that I can do an accent, I can play a younger character, and it's just a great piece to do. I filmed the whole of the monologue, but I cut it down so it wasn't too long for my showreel. And I did a couple of takes with a different, different angles, which is something else that I researched, like the importance of, like, for instance, going up close to your face to see your facial expressions, but also being able to show the movement, so you move back so you can actually see that on the camera. And I also spoke to Liam about, like, whether or not a monologue just needs to be the top half of your face, like a headshot, and actually it doesn't. And I did my research on a BBC One programme, which is essentially that, and that's kind of what I based that off of. And it went really, really well. I then decided to do a bit of a funnier one, and I knew that I knew the scene from Gavin and Stacey, which is the takeaway scene, and I added that in as well. Again, it also shows another accent. What I've tried to do is that some of my stuff is in my normal voice, and then a lot of my other stuff, I wanted to showcase that I could do other voices as well and play a range of different characters. So I went for an older character, and then also what else complements that is that there's loads of other different styles of songs as well that I chose to do. And the ones I put in there was What If from Addams Family. I did a bit of Full Disclosure. I did My Man Your Boy from Everybody's Talking About Jamie. I also did something from Book of Mormon, and there was also a scene in there that I did from Grease, which again is an American show. And that's essentially what I filmed this week, and it's gone really, really well so far. So that's kind of where I'm at. I got one of my friends to film me doing the monologue, and I also asked Sadie and Lizzie for some feedback of it. They said perhaps in my show reel I could include some of my lower range, as I'm already showcasing a lot of the high stuff that I can do. So maybe next time when thinking about it, going like into a self-tape, maybe showcasing some of my lower range, which is something that I will work on. And it was good to get feedback from my peers as well, because that kind of gives me an idea of what I can improve on. And yeah, and now I've started piecing it all together, so that will also be down there, my journey of what I've done so far for that. So that's great.